4G, so they can see your face in 4G. It'd be great.
Hey,
Man. Yeah, so I figured we'll just call it DJ Anon Sunday show. Just call it that. It's fun. It is Sunday, right?
That's a
I
cool
don't even know
name.
what day it is half the time.
It is Sunday.
We've been so busy. It's insane.
I can't imagine.
There's so much going on. I know you're slammed too, but
no, not like you. I'm just telling my Discord we're live.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to tell him or not. I get too many questions. Private chat. I don't even know what this is. Oh, that's you. Never mind.
Oh yeah, so it should be comments. Yeah, if you hit comment, you can see like Mason said, "Oh yeah."
I saw Mason.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Somebody's listening while lifting weights. That's cool.
Wow, this could be a downer. Don't drop the weights on your head.
Right.
I don't have the link. I don't care. It's whatever.
I heard you say something in yesterday's video.
Like which one's that?
Like the rarity of the Mew and Mewtwo.
So I'm not sure if there's an unspoiled version or if it's the futuristic ones. But there's a super chase card that's only available in the God packs. And from what I'm told, there's a green, there's a red, and there's a purple. Now,
whoa!
Now the Mew, the Mewtwo, and the Pikachu, the futuristic ones, do have a tone. So I don't know if it's those, if it's another. Yeah, I talked to one of my buddies this morning, and he seems to think that there is still this unspoiled rarity, similar to what we saw with the Victini, and then you have the Zekrom, the Reshiram, the white and the black tone. So it could be. It could be. But by the way, I did realize last night after I did the video, I had the case count for booster bundles for packs, but it doesn't matter. It's an exercise in close the hell enough. So you either believe that that's about what the print runs are going to be, or you don't. In which case, who cares? Whatever.
Do you think? Because I've seen some crazy comments, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Most people don't know either, but they're like, "This is going to be printed more than anything else in Mega Evolution combined." Do you think there's any truth to people that say stuff like that?
The 180 million packs came directly from the factory.
Okay.
That is their internal goal in the factory.
Okay.
So
is that a lot more than normal? I don't really count the packs. I'm not sure.
So in a normal day, their goal is 700,000 packs. Their goal for 30th was 1.4 million. Again, they're smaller packs, right? So you theoretically should be able to print them in twice the time. It doesn't quite work out that way. Now, I don't believe they've hit that 1.4 million. They've had issues with, they've had some bottlenecks with card cutting, things like that. They've had some downtime here or there. They've had some shifts where they've had to just trash the entire fucking thing. So
okay, that'd be cool to have.
Yeah.
So you think the average person has hope of getting it for MSRP?
No. Fuck no. If you're a store and like Mason and I, we've been eating shit for the last 5 years to get to this point. Yeah, we're gonna get it at distro and we've earned it. Mason probably more so than I have. Mason, I didn't leak those pages. I don't even have an ETB. In fact, I don't even have a pitch black one. They all sold, so it's whatever.
Dang, that's crazy to hear. Like pitch black selling for you too. So like that's, man, you're killing it.
Dude, you saw the TCG player sale? Like I expected it to sell about the same rate as Chaos Rising, and we sold 600 and some booster bundles in like 9 minutes.
Wow.
At $50. It's not like they were cheap. Like I was actually a little offended at the price, and I had like 10 messages saying this is a great deal. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't live on the same planet as the rest of the world. Like it's weird. And then the ETBs, we had 900 ETBs. They sold in about 3 hours. Yeah, I think Chaos Rising went to like 1 p.m. last time. Perfect Order about the same. But I think when we sold Perfect Order, people were still in the hype train, didn't realize it was going to be a little bit of a weaker set. So, yeah, exactly. The sentiment on Pitch Black's great.
There's so many levels to this, man. You're at such an elevated level. I'll get a couple cases and I'm like, yeah, hopefully I can sell those, good.
Dude, you got to start somewhere, man. You got to
Yeah, for
start.
sure.
You got to grind. I mean,
For sure.
coming up next month. I've been doing this, the DBA portion of this, right, for 2 years. And, the first set we ordered was Stellar Crown. We got super lucky with timing. I mean, I'm not going to lie. You get that big spin in for Stellar, you get the big spin in for Surging. And then at the time we were able to buy cases of sleeve boosters for Surging that were on the shelves until they weren't. And then everything just evaporated.
I've been buying binders, like as many binders as I can.
Why?
It's just something. I need to buy something because everybody keeps buying the penny sleeves and top loaders.
Hey, dude, just watch the website. You're talking okay. Southern?
I can tell you later.
That's fine. There's only one distributor where you get a benefit for buying all that stuff, other than just straight spend.
Okay.
But I mean, I can give you pro tips with your other distro.
Okay. Way. Okay. Yeah.
They might be my favorite. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. My guy, he's really nice, really cool dude. He's like, dude, you just got to buy something, something that you think you can make money off of, which you've already told me, don't try to make money off it. Right. Like you could try, but it's probably not going to work. Right.
We're prismatic. They're currently printing prismatic packs now. They're printing prismatic, Journey, Destined, and then they're obviously finishing up printing MEO 4, and they're about to start MEO 5. They may have already started MEO 5.
I was actually able to buy my first Pokemon yesterday. It was Battle Decks. I gladly bought those. I was pretty excited.
You did?
I did. I was super excited.
I buy Battle Decks every chance I get because it's the one opportunity for me to do something that a lot of stores are just like, why would I buy that? I can't make any money. It's like, screw you. I'll make it on the next 10 sets.
Yeah.
And so this is what stores don't understand. And I've probably had 10 people in industry, how we have our little LGS owners chat, whatever, right, bitch and moan about, one of the distributors is like, oh, well, they're charging me $125 for an ETB that's $150 for market. And how am I supposed to make money? You're not supposed to make money on this item. You buy the item so you make money on future allocations. Like that's the mindset. And it blows my mind how many people just don't understand that. Like this is a long game, right? Yeah. At some point, if you're LGS only, you're not selling online, you're not selling in a community, you're going to cap out. But like, you don't have to make money on every item. I don't make money on a lot of play boxes for Magic the Gathering, but you make it up with commander displays, you make it up with collector boxes, you make it up with a set like The Hobbit, which is absolutely batshit crazy right now. And, going into 2027, let's not forget, it is the 35th anniversary of Magic the Gathering, which nobody's talked about except for me.
I never knew that.
Yes.
It's a long time.
Yes. Yes. The 30th anniversary shit show, the $100 packs were November 2022.
So what is Magic doing? Serialized for 35th?
I don't fucking know.
Okay. I was hoping man. You know a lot of stuff I don't know.
I assure you they're not filing Chapter 11 because they are printing money at this point.
Right.
So let me ask you a question. Okay. I hear you snapped at somebody the other day. I saw the video. That was awesome, man. I was impressed. That's like dark DJ. So tell me what was going through your head.
So listen, a lot of people ask questions that I can't possibly answer. And more importantly, I'm not qualified to answer. So like, DJ, literally they'll say, DJ, what's the price of Percent of Heroes next month? Like, dude, I don't know. Right. And then the guy said, quit fence sitting. I'm like, brother, I could literally close my eyes like this and just guess a price and it'd be as accurate as me telling you that. And he's like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you have no opinion. And I'm like, all right, bro. And then he said something rude to me. I don't remember. And I was like, watch how you speak to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're going to come to me rude. I'm going to come to you rude too.
It's like me saying, DJ, use your fucking coupon.
I've messed that up a couple times because it's hard sometimes, man. Like when you have really fair prices, like super fair prices. And I've had it where it sells out in under 30 seconds. So I'm like, and I like pasted in the coupon and then I didn't hit apply. And I'm like, no.
I've been trying to do better at making sure there's enough product to push in there. But sometimes it flies. And there's a lot of times where it flies. Like the first Riftbound set. I thought it would take like 2 hours to sell. It sold it sold out in 60 seconds, like 500 boxes.
Wow.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, wow, I fucked that one up. Because you just give everybody the opportunity to buy a case, and next thing you know, they're gone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And me and DJ is different.
I'm not very mean all the time. You know, it's rare. But I give people like a lot of chances, man, before I snap. You know, I kept telling him, like, all right, dude, you need to chill. All right, dude. And then he said some slick shit. But then I'll tell you what, he stopped saying rude shit after that. Just got to check people sometimes.
Yeah. So I want to touch on a comment that Mason made here. You know, most LGSs are cash poor. So the interesting thing, just with the economics of an LGS, like once you get to like that $1.5 million revenue number, once you get above that, it's like straight profit. But really, up until that point, it's a struggle because you're paying wages, you're paying salaries, you're trying to pay yourself, you're paying all the bills. Depending on where you are in the cycle, you know, you may make 10% if you're lucky on product. I mean, right now you're obviously printing money on Pokemon, but you're not getting a lot of it, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, if you're struggling to pay your bills, you haven't been, you know, maximizing your allocations over the last period of time because, you know, you're trying to keep the lights on. So it's kind of a catch-22 with that. So you got to get to the point of critical mass, and it really unlocks kind of the next level of what you're able to do.
I'm far away from that.
Look, I will tell you right now, when I bought Tarkir was March 2025, right? I bought 60 play boxes. I'm getting 1,500 play boxes of The Hobbit. So you can grow them allocations very, very quickly.
Wow.
As long as you're strategic about it.
Do you ever, I think you kind of mentioned earlier, do you ever take a loss on some of this stuff just to keep it flowing?
So early on when I was building capital base, yeah. I mean, we bought a pallet of I think it was OTJ, and then we ran, I don't know if it was a Cyber Monday sale, but we ended up selling it at like $99. And again, that's just churning it for capital and for allocations, etc. Now, I mean, we're sitting on a bunch of Marvel play. I'll sit on it for 4 or 5 months and it'll move up, and then I'll sell it at that point in time because you don't have to. But when you're growing allocations, there's absolutely nothing wrong with churning things for a loss just to kick to the future set. Nothing at all. Yeah. Same with Dragon Shields. Yeah, buy them, sell them, churn them. You sell them for $1, $2 loss. There's really nothing wrong with that as long as you can cover it. Yeah, I was actually kicking around the idea, like you and I had the conversation about vending. Like it's a total waste of time. And I told you that. You're like, I'm going to do it anyway. And then you're like, yeah, it's a total waste of time.
So much work.
But do it with Dragon Shields and sell Dragon Shields for $5, cash only.
Okay. Those sell out so fast though. Every time I look.
No, you can always get them. You can always get them.
Okay.
If
like
you want
off
some
market,
I will sell you Dragon Shields in bulk for $5 per if you want to sell them for $6.
Who would buy them off me though?
No, that's what I'm saying. I was actually thinking about sending one of my guys to like the Oaks Card Show in PA here, and just set up a booth where you're only selling Dragon Shields, $5 cash, $5 bill, whatever. See how many we could sell. It would be fascinating.
When I was playing Pokemon yesterday for the pre-release, there was actually a lot of people that had those Dragon Shields.
It's a game? I didn't know it was a game.
Oh no, you're talking about the protectors, right?
No, I didn't know Pokemon was a game. I thought it was just it was a lifestyle.
Oh yeah, it's a game. Yeah, I went in for the pre-release. It was fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people with those Dragon Shields, and I was like, oh, those look cool.
Yeah, yes, Eric. I mentioned that. I was I actually started my spreadsheet with the case quantity. That was a mistake, but it gives you the directionally correct numbers. ETBs I know right, UPCs I know right. You can just fill in the blanks in between. So it's an exercise and close to fucking off.
Mason said, "Oh, you should click on Mason so you can learn to show it at the bottom." Anon.
Yeah. Let's. Oh,
look at that! Isn't that cool?
Fucking tech support just upgraded. But by the way, I did a video last night. I may have cursed twice, and it's like subliminal, right?
Yeah.
And some dude's like, cursing really takes away from your credibility. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I didn't even curse in this video. Like, go to my distro video the other week when I basically just lit up all the broke ass Timmies on YouTube that are like, well, we should get it for MSRP. And it's like, we've been eating shit for years, man. Fuck you. Now it's time to make hay and build a capital base, because your dumb motherfucking ass isn't going to come here and pay MSRP when the boxes are selling for 120. You're going to be gone like Forrest Gump's daddy.
I get those comments every now and then, like, hey, love the channel, but you curse too much. I was watching with my kid, and I was like, you should never watch me with your child. That's just my opinion.
First of all, if it's a kid's game, then the kid should just be watching this, right?
Want to
Cursing
watch?
like you know how reliable you are. That's funny.
I don't watch adults, like old adults, you know. Like,
A bunch of boomers. All right, so what's Mason saying here? I'd probably take 5+ years for now just to get in. You can't out hustle bad allocations. You can if you have a little bit of a bigger capital base, but yeah, I mean that's a good point, Mason. Yeah, the problem is if you start an LGS today and you're trying to pay yourself, you're not going to catch up. You're just going to bleed because you're not going to get enough product. I mean, you can get a couple cases of each Bandai game. You can make a couple $100 off that, but I mean that might pay your rent for the year.
Rudy made a video about that last month, I think, about LGS. Once again, like don't open LGS like video. I don't know if you've ever watched those.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did one on the math a couple months ago, and I mean, you could do like $750,000 just to break even.
It's a lot.
So.
Dang. Mason said he didn't pay himself for 4 years.
He paid himself in company hoodies.
I need to buy one of those. Where's your hoodie?
Yeah. My guys keep giving me shit. They're like, I want to read. The logo sucks. We want to redesign it, and I'm like, you really want to redesign this? Like things are going so well. Don't jinx it. Just don't do it.
Don't fix it. I mean, it fits perfectly. Nobody knows who you are. Like it makes sense. It's got like Diablo theme to it. Kind of like it.
We need a non-TCG theme cloaks. That's a little weird, man. That's a little creepy. But yeah. So how's business going on your end?
It's been slower this month for me. So some people have reached out, and I never want to say I know more than somebody. So like I consider what they say. They're like, they're doing millions, but they're like, dude, you gotta do singles, you gotta do slabs. But I'm just like, I don't want to change my whole business model because I don't think slabs and singles are going to be that good that forever,
So the riskiest part of this market are singles and slabs. Why would you want to jump into that right now when you have a good thing going? Like right now is the time when you want to take risk off. You don't want to put risk on.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking stay the course, keep buying because I keep buying. I'm still buying sealed. I'm getting ready for the next move.
So have you had a lot of luck buying at like 80% of market, or you still have folks that are just like F you?
Oh no, dude! Too many people are asking 80, so I stopped. Really? Now I'm getting offered like 79, 78, and I keep telling no. I said 75 because Dan Catch 'em All Collectibles, he dropped to 75, so I dropped it to 75. To be honest with you, the next thing that I want to do for my store is buy these Ascended Heroes from Sam's. I'm trying to save up for that, which I think is in a week. I'm trying to save all my money for that right now because everybody's gonna be focused on like the 30th, and I think I'm gonna pay like 92% of market and just try to buy as many as I can.
What does it drop?
I think it's on the 20th. It's kind of like
what's the item?
Oh, Ascended Heroes like 12 to 14 pack, kind of like the Blooming Waters or the
you're talking about the special whatever the EX collection is that's going out there.
Yeah. Because I'm just thinking like just looking at my data. It's been a slower month for sure, like the last like 2 or 3 weeks. So I already have Prismatic. I got Ascended. I got all that good stuff, but I don't think it's going to suddenly pick up in the next 2 weeks because everybody's going to think about like the 30th and stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, what else is a good like opportunity for me? And I think that
heavy hitter. That's right. It's funny. Eric goes, I should just say, don't give a fuck, just buy. Like people don't understand in the comment section. I don't give a fuck what you think. Like you can post whatever you want. Like you make fun of my wife, my kid, my business. I literally don't care what you think. Like it is what it is. There's a lot of thin-skinned people on the internet. Speaking of,
DJ's a good dude, man. He's a good dude.
That is a beautiful time. No, I agree. But here, I'll give you an example. I had a store reach out yesterday, and they're like, I have 600 boxes of Perfect Order, 600 boxes of Chaos Rising, and 300 boxes of Mega One. You want to buy it? And I said, absolutely not. Because those are the three, that's literally right in the sweet spot of reprint, new facility opens, middle 2027, and I get screwed, right?
Yeah.
They're like, so they send me a spreadsheet, and they're like, $200, $200, $300, and it says Rudy offer. And I read it and I'm like, well, take Rudy's offer. Like, what are you talking to me for? Like, you're not going to get that price anywhere else. They're like, oh no, that's what I told Rudy I'd sell it to him for. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
He's not paying $200 for that. I don't
No.
think so.
No. So I think I offered, yeah, I don't want it because it's just going to sit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's a waste of capital. But I'm like, I'd do like $150 a box for Chaos Rising in Perfect Order and like $240 for Mega. And I hope they just say no. I hope they're not desperate because I really don't want to take it. But I'm like, dude, I feel bad offering this to you, but I can't do anything with this for months. So I am making your problem my problem, and it has to be worth my time.
100%.
And, you know, a lot of folks don't like that, but it's like, I kind of feel like I'm trying to rip his face off, but I'm also trying to not get mine ripped off. So
I agree with that 100%. I've been getting offered Chaos at like 180, but if they did it 160, I probably would, because like you said, I know it's going to go sit in my closet, for months.
And we have that second wave that's all going to land next week, and it's going to get fucking hammered because everybody's saving up for 30th anniversary. And when it tanks, that's the time to buy it. But
I've seen Forge and Fire. I'm pretty sure they're selling them for like 204 or 199. I've seen some places like, I don't want to touch that right now.
So I want to touch on this real quick. So what do you think about Power World? So I'm always interested in new Bushi games just because most people aren't. Like Godzilla, it's similar, right? Toho made Godzilla, Bushi's producing it and distributing it. I don't know. I think they're actually making the Power World game, but I saw a video last night. It was Red Zone Rogue. He's some super nerdy guy from Pacific Northwest, but he looks at a lot of indie games. He does a lot of stuff on Gundam, and he was going through the gameplay, and he's like, I actually like the gameplay. And then I turned the video off. It was like 3 minutes in. I'm like, okay, well, if you like the gameplay and you're like a gameplay nerd, then that's good. The only thing that scares me a little bit is they had a release on the website, and the boxes, I believe, are 12 packs. They they said they just sold their 3.5 millionth pack, which scares the living crap out of it. It's like 291,000 boxes. I hope to God that's worldwide in all languages.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. So Southern doesn't carry it. Southern won't sell it because they don't want to hurt their relationship with the big man, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get you.
Because they've been suing each other for years. So I can't imagine it's just here. I think it's gonna do fine. The boxes are cheap, low risk. There's gonna be chase cards on them. I mean, Bushi does it well. So I don't know.
I think Power World was definitely a super popular game until they got sued. This is a couple years ago. Everybody was like, wow, this is the way Pokemon should have been, blah, blah, blah. And then Pokemon's like, hold on, what are we doing here? Right? Boom. Right. So it has the potential. It has the potential to do something. I don't know how big it could be. Like, will Pokemon do something again? Man, they don't like it. Looks pretty similar. You ever seen the game? It's pretty.
Let me tell you, the reason I bought it was because it's going to be controversial. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, if Pokemon sues them, it's going to be worth something because if they try to pull it off the market, whatever. Oh, it is the second most popular game on Steve.
On Steam?
Steve.
Might be worth it then. Hey, Dragon Ball Z is good. Naruto, I think we're waiting. I don't think that's come out just yet, right?
Naruto for Bandai is July 2027.
So waiting on that. There's gonna be a market for. Hey, if Godzilla had a market, I don't see why Power World won't.
My Naruto mythos is on its way across the ocean, so I can't wait to see what that looks like. That's the EU exclusive. So I didn't Steve. Thanks, Mason. So I didn't realize. So Naruto Mythos is EU only. They couldn't get the license in the US, and I couldn't figure out why. And apparently, there's an annual licensing convention, etc. So the thought was one of the big guys had the license. I thought it may have been Fanatics because I know Fanatics is working on a big TCG project, but it obviously turns out it was Bandai. So they couldn't get the licensing in the US because Bandai has licensing to it. Now Caillou got around it because they're not making a trading card; they're making collectible cards.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes.
I did not know that.
All right. If it's that many people playing Power World, I am happy at the $800. I actually bought less Power World than My Little Pony, Mason. Just saying. Yes.
I almost bought My Little Pony. I almost did, but they didn't have images, so I couldn't see what I was buying, and I was trying to research. It was kind of confusing for me.
What's wrong with buying My Little Pony and K-pop Demon Hunter and Demon Slayer without pictures? I did it.
I couldn't buy K-pop for some reason. It
Uh-huh.
won't let me. It won't let me buy K-pop
Because they gave it all to me. Just saying.
Oh, fair enough. Because I kept trying to click it, and it's like because my account's an online store, so I
Yeah.
can't buy certain things.
Okay.
Like I can't buy Magic. I'm pretty sure I can't buy Demon Hunter, but it'll like show it to me without the image, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it. No, I can't.
How many prismatic packs? I mean, they've hammered prismatic multiple times. They've basically printed it continuously. So my understanding is the way that Pokemon works is they have one facility where they print the specialty sets. They have about 6 lines. They have a second facility where they have 10-ish or so lines where they print the standard sets, and that's where they do the reprints as well. So that's where they reprinted Mega 3, Mega 4, Mega 5, reprinting Destined and Journey Together. That's also where they're printing prismatic currently. So there's a ton there. Ascended packs were about 70% of the 180 I posted. Let me rephrase that. 70% of about 60% of that number. So you can see 60, probably 80 million packs of Ascend, ballpark.
A lot of packs.
Well, 80 to 180, it's a lot. But again, the packs are smaller.
That is true.
There are also a lot more SKUs, and remember, the release date is truncated, right? The release cadence is over 2 months. For Ascended, it was like 7 months because I literally just got my Wave 2 booster bundles last week.
And then you're just now getting Perfect Order, or most people are, right? Isn't that crazy?
Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, and then Wave 2 of Pitch Black's landed already. So ETB's 3-pack blisters have landed. I have not seen booster boxes yet. I don't know, Mason, if you've seen anything from your folks. But I would imagine they're going to be close. They're going to want to clear the deck and give plenty of time of no distraction going into 30th anniversary. I guess I can't say spoiler season because that's kind of all spoiled. But whatever. The biggest thing Rudy says about Pokemon that I disagree with. I don't really disagree a whole lot with Rudy about most of what he says. Every now and then he does talk his book a little bit, which is fine. But I really don't disagree. If you're going to buy Pokemon now, you buy it because you love it, because you want to open it. This is not the time to buy anything to invest in long term, unless you're buying the garbage. Your Perfect Order in a month, your Chaos Rising in a month, your Pitch Black in a month. If Ascended Heroes turns into the redheaded stepchild because all the money goes to 30th anniversary, you know where the money needs to go. And it's going to sit there for 6 months, and then all of a sudden people are going to stop shitting on it, start to like it again. That's just the way the cycle goes. Now, what I'm doing, I'm selling all my Pokemon because it's 2.25 times my cost, and I'm taking it and I'm moving it in Magic product to drive allocations going forward, and I'm just sitting on the Magic stuff until it turns. I mean, we've for those of us who know what the movie looks like with Magic, it comes out, dumps, the product dries up, and then things just skyrocket, and then it gets parabolic. So it's just the world we live in.
Magic's such a different world. Rudy was talking about Magic. They just sold a card for 50,000. The Magic Stone.
Yeah, so that's like your pseudo serialized card from Spider-Man.
Okay.
So I think they announced they only made like 500 of them. So would I pay 50 grand for that card? No. I mean, I'd much rather buy a serialized Chocobo if I wanted to pay that, but I wouldn't buy that either. So, but people like it. That's he keeps saying that about Spider-Man. That's why I have 400 collector boxes literally right behind me here. I almost turned the thing around and realized I had my camera off. Because you can't have a $30,000 raw card and have the boxes sit at $300. It just doesn't work.
I have one sealed case of Spider-Man and I think 3 loose ones. Not much, but just holding it. We'll see.
Hold on a sec. So again, I mean, not a whole lot that Rudy says that I disagree with. Let's see, what else do we have here? What question want to get to? More hyped about EBO1 or Naruto. So if you don't know what EBO1 is, it's a specialty set for Gundam that just came out. So I've loved Gundam from the start. The difference between Gundam and One Piece, other than it's obviously vastly different IPs, is Bandai licenses One Piece. They don't own it. They license it. They own the IP for Gundam. So they're not paying any royalties. It is their baby. They're going to do everything they can to make sure it's successful, make sure it's a home run. EBO1 is their first specialty set. It's a little weird because it's like chibi Gundams, like little baby Gundams.
Yeah.
But the print run is super tight. Like it's sub 25,000 boxes. And your normal set's like 150, 200,000 boxes. So it's super tight. But people don't really like the concept. So all of the characteristics are there for the boxes to go to $300, $400, $500, except the fact that nobody gives a shit. So we have the anniversary set that's coming out in 2 weeks, which is the 5th set. If that does what a normal Bandai anniversary set does, it's going to get a lot of eyes on Gundam, and it's probably going to drive a lot of speculator dollars in here, and it should take EBO1 with it. Yeah, it's interesting because the sell-through on each set has become increasingly larger, which means there's more and more eyes on it. But I think we kind of need a big hit here. So we'll see what happens with that one.
Gundam. I don't know much about Gundam.
It came out in 1979. That's all you need to know.
Oh, I know they're cool figurines. Like I bought a model kit for my son. He loved it. He's like just building it though.
Yeah, that's I never got into painted toys, but it's whatever. Let's see. Broke Timmy CEO, just because I love the name.
That's
to what
cool
extent
name.
do you think the overall printing industry is constrained in North America today? Everybody has widely different takes on how much publishers should scale. Look, part of the reason why Millennium bought the facility that they bought isn't for Pokemon. It's because the overall industry is booming at this point. And Millennium prints cards. I mean, they print MetaZoo cards. They're actually printing Magic cards now. They're doing the Hobbit holiday set collection. They're doing Star Trek Collector Commanders, which tells you how much respect Pokemon has for Hasbro. They're just like, yeah, we'll print your shit. Go fuck yourself. We don't really care. There's a couple different items. The first of which is getting the new machinery for new lines to expand, getting the paper necessary, increasing that, which means you have to go way upstream for supply chain. It's a serious constraint. Pokemon has more money than God. They're also smarter than Hasbro, so I'm sure that they have take or pay contracts out for paper, out 3, 4, 5 years. And Hasbro is probably chopping down trees in the backyard and trying to make paper just to print their fucking commander decks. So yeah, it's difficult. I also talked to a couple folks who run indie games, and they've just said it's impossible to get any sort of printing capacity in the US, which is why they end up going to China. It just doesn't exist, especially if you don't have deep pockets. So it's certainly a constraint. To what extent Magic or Pokemon in particular are printing product like the Q1 reprints and just sitting on it to dump it at the appropriate time? Because again, all these companies are planned based on FP&A. You have idiot channels out there that are like, they don't care about the economics. They only care about the players. They don't give a fuck about any of that. They care about, this is when we need the money. This is when we need the product to hit. Because if that was the case, Hasbro would have been dumping Final Fantasy play boxes in July, August, September. They dumped them in November, but they all had a March print date on them. So they had them printed, and they were just sitting there because they needed the revenue in Q4. They didn't give a shit that the boxes were $200 some. They didn't care that the players wanted the cards. All they care about is, I got to hit my Q4. This is when I need the product, and this is when it's going to be delivered. Pokemon's no different. Only Pokemon's vision isn't quarter to quarter. It's generation to generation, decade to decade, really block to block when it comes to Pokemon. So, they look at it in 3-year intervals.
Hasbro. Okay. Do you have any insight with the GameStop situation of why they suddenly dropped it to $99.99?
Yeah, they got their dick kicked in.
That's what I heard too.
Well, that came from me. That all came from me. So, so it happened in Europe first, because I had a couple folks over there that actually, I do import a good amount of stuff from Europe. So they have LGSs, and they kind of act as middlemen. And when the Destined Rivals booster boxes came out, and I think somebody in the comments said that wasn't the case in the UK. I think they're full of shit because it absolutely was. They tend to mark the price up, right? Asmodee kind of scumbags. They also have a monopoly in Europe. So all of a sudden, they were charging original distribution price. And these guys are like, hey, this is weird. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, I wonder if Pokemon got to him and just said, hey, stop marking him up, or we're going to have issues. So I didn't really think anything about it. It kind of went away. And then I heard a couple days ago, and this actually came from Steel City Stacks. God, can you just say like STS? Something.
The YouTuber?
Yeah, he's in the chat here.
Yeah, he's in the chat. Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's like, hey, you see what's going on with EB Games? I'm like, EB Toys went bankrupt like two decades ago. He's like, no, they're in Australia still. I'm like, oh yeah, them and Sears. He's like, yeah, they just cut the price. They were pricing similar to GameStop, and all of a sudden they went down to retail. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then we were kind of chatting a little bit, and it's like, well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with GameStop. 2 hours later, GameStop cut their price. So, Daddy Pokemon came in and, they wielded the bat. And in my opinion, they forced them to cut the price.
Yeah, that's what the worker told me, because I know the guy fairly well. I mean, we're not best friends, but I was like, why'd you guys suddenly change it? Because I know GameStop's not here for the people. He's like, oh, yeah, we had a big conference call and they told us, or their boss told them, like, hey, Pokemon's like, yo, you guys can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
They settled on 2x MSRP.
Yeah. Well, if you recall, and I think I mentioned this in my video yesterday, day before, whatever. If you look at what happened with Walmart and Target, they were retail ETB forever. Then they increased it to $55. Then they increased it to $59.99. I mean, all of this is negotiable, right? And at the end of the day, the stores, somebody has to make the money. And if Pokemon's not going to raise their MSRP, it's either going to go to the distributor or it's going to go to the retailer / LGS. One of the two.
I have a question, because you did say a couple days ago in a video that if they just want to get rid of the scalpers, they should raise the price of MSRP to what market is. Do you not think that the scalpers would just buy it for that? Like, let's just pretend it becomes $100 ETB. Well, wouldn't the scalpers just buy it for 100, or the botters or whatever, and then charge people 140, 150?
Well, the point is if market's $100, right? And right now Pokemon's trying to keep Walmart selling at $60. You have a $40 gap there for where, botters. And when I say scalpers, I'm really just talking botters, right? I mean, that is the unnatural demand in the supply demand pipeline today. Okay, give me a second. Dad, I'm hungry. So if Walmart were able to charge market $100, then there's no scalp anymore. Then the folks that are buying it, now everybody's paying full market, but they're buying it through appropriate channels. They don't have to buy it through back alley deals. They don't have to get mugged like Travman does when he's buying shit in the ghetto. For his stream. So it is a solution. It's better than trying to enact price control. It's like rent controls in New York City, right? Like, it's not going to work because somebody's going to make the money. If there's a gap between what the retailer is charging and market, somebody's going to scalp it. It just is what it is. It's human nature.
That makes sense. Owning LGS would scare me with all these robberies. It would scare me so bad.
Dude, and LGS is a glorified pawn shop right now. That's it. If you don't have a pawn shop mentality, like protect your shit, you're going to get robbed unless you're in the middle of nowhere. Like, if I was in California, I'd be scared shitless.
I saw a video. They went to the neighbor store and just what's it called, drill or whatever you want to say, through the drywall, popped in their store, took the shit and went back out. And I was like, oh God, like, because they didn't want to go through the security doors.
Another reason not to do singles. If somebody ever breaks into my facility, they're going to have a fucking hell of a time carrying out ETB cases. And you're not getting a whole hell of a lot of value.
No, that's
just
true.
It is hard to steal high volume, boxes of stuff. So, Cryptina, you ask me this question every time. I don't know what Azuki TCG is. Do you know what it is?
Isn't that a store?
No,
I'm pretty sure it's a store. Yeah, online store.
No, it's a new game.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe it was Asumi, something like that.
Next question. We both failed.
Okay.
GDO5 will explode being an anniversary. So I think it will personally. I mean, the spoilers everybody's hyped for, etc. OP17, it's not going to be $500. They're going to print it off of it. Southern and PhD aren't getting as much as I thought they would, but they're going to get a bunch of it. I figure we're probably going to see $300 at release. I don't think it's going to be nearly as high as that. Look at this. Can you talk about Cryptid Camp? Any news? They're working on the set. That's it. I mean, I know those guys a little bit. You know, I did the promo with it. Still going back and forth on design. So, you know, when I get the design on the chase card, I'll release it to you guys.
I've never heard of that.
So it's kind of a break off of MetaZoo. It's actually a cool concept. It's folks that were working with MetaZoo. They weren't the bad people at MetaZoo, but they took the whole cryptid concept and they made their own game. So it's been, I think it's Kickstarter only so far. I know they do a bunch of sales on their own website.
That's cool.
It's like a passion project.
That's yeah, there'll be a market then, right?
So yeah. No, they seem to love it. So it's cool. Plus I always like the Halloween stuff. Like I always like the MetaZoo Halloween sets, even though they're not worth shit. You know, all the Halloween stuff's fun. The Christmas stuff's fun too, but the Halloween's better. Let's see. What else?
You got best case and worst case for the 30th.
Dude, I'm scrolling down so slow. I'm like, my one kid's hungry. I'm getting a text message from the wife that my 2-year-old's up and standing in her crib. And
do you think?
No. This is way more fun. She'll wait. She's 2. She'll forget.
Not wrong.
Yeah. Little tidbits. Yeah. Let's see. Dylan. Oh, here we go. Soul of Ghosts. Go to Walmart and go to GT Collectibles and see how many items they have listed. They have 0 items listed now in Walmart. They took their entire inventory down this morning.
Whoa. GT Collectibles gone?
It looks like it's gone.
I did not know that.
Somebody pointed it out this morning.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to come for people like me with the name Pokey in it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes, you're gonna be. They're gonna knock on the door, and you're gonna be like The Office. I declare bankruptcy.
Oh man, hey, whatever they want. I need to change my name. I'll do it. I'll take the O out. It'll just be DJ's Poke. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. DJ Pokes.
DJ Pokes.
Yeah, dude, I'm nowhere close to the size of Rudy. I don't think. I think I'm probably getting about 40% of the Magic product that he gets. Pokemon, he's probably 5 times my size.
There's so many locations, man. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah. Back alley deals are the best.
I would love a back alley deal that's consistent. That'd be cool.
Oh, and the problem is it's all shady folks off Facebook. Some people love it. Like Trav loves it. He's like, I can't wait to see which shady Asian's selling me shit or in Southern California. He's like, I love it. He's like, if I get shanked, oh well, you wake up tomorrow. I think he just likes the danger. He doesn't even like ripping and shipping. I think he just likes the danger of buying the packs cheap, just to see if he can.
The rush.
Yeah. LGS have to stay strapped. Yes. So I don't understand. There's so much hate toward LGSs from folks who comment. They're like, well, the LGSs deserve all the hate because they're scalping the product. Blah 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 blah. It's like, then fucking buy it somewhere else. Like they're just trying to. They're not exactly Latrell Sprewell just trying to feed their kids. I mean, these guys are making $10 an hour and eating a lot of shitty product. I don't understand the hate for that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
People don't think like rationally though. They just know you're selling it for more than what MSRP is. They don't care about your bills. They don't care about all the product you had to buy. That's how these people think.
No, you know what they care? Well, why should you make the money? I want to make the money that you want to make. That's it. That is the fucking mindset. Yeah, you said what you should sell to me for MSRP, so I can make the extra $60 a box. Why should you make it? Well, I earned it. Well, I don't care. That is the scummy piece of shit customers that we need to avoid. Just saying, just a jar. Yes, safety deposit boxes is the way to go. I mean, it's the shit's like gold bars. Like you can't leave it out there. That's why I always laugh at the folks on YouTube where they're like, "Oh, look at all the cards that we have in our store," and then 3 days later they get robbed, and they're like, "Yeah, we got robbed." It's like, don't make yourself a fucking target. Like, you can have all the security in the world. Just don't make yourself a target and you avoid everything. Problem solved. Easy.
And if they were to just open those slabs, how would you know? That's the scary thing.
Well, we're dealing with a commodity product. There's no unique identifier on it. It is what it is.
A robber's dream.
It's literally stealing cash. There's at least serial numbers on cash. Riftbound Origins reprint. Have not heard any more about it coming in yet. Hopefully it sits on the water for a while. Maybe it can find the Bandai boat that had EBO3 on it that caught fire. Then they fessed up and said that shit got stolen, and it just disappears. But yeah, we just got more Unleashed. Like these guys just can't stop printing cards. It's the downfall of UVS because they're private equity backed, which means they're always going to be fucking whores. They can't help themselves. But yeah, base set's worth grabbing. I mean, I don't think the game's dying anytime soon. I don't know. If the game sits around, Origins going to be a $500 box again. It just is.
Maybe I'll buy one if it's down. It sounds like it's down.
I think they're sitting at like $200.
Oh wow, yeah, I'd buy that. Yeah.
The weirdest part about TCG Player with Riftbound is every time I look at it, the supply is low, and then every day there's like 60 sales, and the supply stays the same. So I don't know if there's just people like dumping product in there every day. It's so weird with Riftbound. It's something I don't notice anywhere else. All right, let's hit Shardbugs, just because he's here.
Hi, Shardbugs.
What's that?
Hi, Shardbugs.
So this is another one of the indie TCGs. They actually have they sell at Southern, so Southern carries the game, which is kind of cool. And in fact, he actually sent me pictures the other day. They're doing glow in the dark cards, which is something I've never seen before.
That's actually cool. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I'm gonna give some to my kids, and they're gonna be sitting in bed just staring at the bugs. It's a cool concept. But yeah, they sent me a care package I need to take a look at and do something at some point. It's just fun. One thing after another, one release after another. It's crazy.
Especially when you're doing as many TCGs as you do. It's like big release, big release, big release, big release, big release. Just keeps happening, right?
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. for the Family Guy fans out there. Let's see. Met CryptoCam people asked. Yeah, they're definitely good people. Can you give me best case and worst case? What is high best? Is low best? I don't see ETBs sub $200 at release. I just don't. I think the vast majority of folks who buy them at $100 at GameStop, they're gonna rip them.
For sure.
So I think $250 for ETBs. UPCs are probably going to be $500 to $600 because again, you get 29 packs, plus you have the special pack that has all the legacy collection. You get 3 cards there, plus you get the Umbreon and the Sylveon promos. They should be $600 all day long, just in actual value. And I have a hard time believing we're ever going to see packs under $15. It's just not going to happen.
Man, that's good to hear because I was thinking it was going to crash and burn eventually, like 2-3 months when everybody's bored of it.
If you saw the spoilers yesterday, there's 20 to 30 cards that are going to be $100 or more.
Like, I did see it. It was awesome. Yeah.
The amount of value spread out in this set is just, it's something that we haven't seen. You know, Ascended Heroes has cards that are spread out. Prismatic has cards that are spread out that you can't ever hit them, but you know, they're in somebody else's packs. But you know, with 30th, you're going to be able to hit the cards, and they're going to have so much value. And then, oh yeah, look at this one. I forgot we have the 30 different Pikachus.
Oh,
apparently there's a Shinji one too. So that thing's going to be, 30, $40 out of the gate, if not higher.
I think every pack's supposed to have a Pikachu, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. I think that's what they said.
That's why I'm excited. There's something super rare in it because I was like, man, if everybody wins a prize every time, it's gonna get stale quick.
That's not how bankruptcy works, Michael. It's great. See, now that I'm dangerous, now that I learned all I have to do is click on these things. So you mentioned Foundation's Jumpstart. Jumpstarts haven't really performed well besides Lord of the Rings. That's true. There have been a bunch. So for the longest time, they were trying to make a Jumpstart with every set as an extra SKU, and it was just a forced garbage product. The original Jumpstart from 2020 hasn't performed well because they just printed a metric ton of it. It was when Cynthia Williams was there. The boxes are like $130 now. Eevee's pretty solid with there, but Jump 2022 is sitting at $200. Foundations Jump, there's a lot of staples in there, a lot of good cards. I am betting that it's almost out of distribution. I just bought like 2,000 boxes of it. Now the boxes are cheaper, right? The boxes are cheaper than your regular booster boxes. So I'm betting that it does. I'm also betting that they don't reprint it because the way that Jumpstart packs work is you have your normal pack and then you have like a little cellophane pack inside of it. So it is a giant pain in the ass to print. So I'm hoping they just never print it again. I could be wrong. DJ Poke should be in a different industry. Yeah, that's exactly it.
DJ Poke, that sounds dirty.
It hasn't Marvel Jumpstart. The boxes are $170 for Marvel Jumpstart. I am waiting for the next wave of product to come because there's no way they only printed this many games. There's just or this many boxes. They have to be somewhere. So, oh my God! So we got a lot of comments here.
You do. You're a popular guy, man.
Let's talk shard bugs. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about shard bugs. I actually know Luis a little bit from Sorcery. He's a big Sorcery fan. I'd love to talk shit on Eric because I think he's a fucking idiot. He's the founder of Sorcery. It's a cool game, but I just think he's business retarded. I'm just gonna say it for what it is, So I've seen Luis dressed up in his cosplay multiple times. So the shard bugs guy.
Is he dressed up as a bug?
I've never seen him dressed up as a bug. That'd be funny if he dressed up like a cockroach or like a praying mantis. I think he's in Florida. Cockroach is right. There's cockroaches all over the place in that fucking place. Box breaks. Dude, I will never do a box break or a rip and ship. Let's see. Will you make a video about MetaZoo 3 and the missing 6 million? I don't know what the missing 6 million means. I don't get that reference. Oh, are you talking about what Aoki and Mike took out? I heard all this stuff secondhand. But apparently the reason why MetaZoo went broke is those two decided to extract as much cash as they could, including all of the deposits. So MetaZoo was like a Ponzi scheme, right? They take deposits and then they print in China and you get the stuff like 5 months later. So they ended up just taking the cash and then it blew up. But yeah.
Oh my God. Sounds like an NFT or some crazy altcoin thing.
Well, there were MetaZoo NFTs too. So they got that one covered. So many complainers could literally make an endless 10, 20. Yeah, there are a lot of complainers. Mason, you make more content than I do. I make so much less content than I used to. Listen to this terribly in marketing. It's security liability. It is. It really is. No, he's just saying that making content with singles in your store, it is absolutely a security liability. Like I said, LGSs right now, they're glorified pawn shops. And it's just the world we live in.
I wish Mason made more videos, man. I love his insight. I love hearing what's like on the ground level at the LGS.
Yeah. That's funny. See, I was tempted to do a face reveal and just take a picture of Mason I have on my phone and hold it up to the camera and just to fuck with people. But
it'd be funny. You should do that.
All right, let's see. Live vibe comparing running business superior returns. Is it better after 1 year with lower tax rate? So the challenge with the current environment, this is going to get in the weeds for taxes, is that the margins are so high in Pokemon, is that the wages can't possibly offset enough of net income. And when I say that, in the 2017 Trump tax bill, there's a lot of talk when he was running for president the first time of how if you're an LLC and you're pass through, right, the highest marginal tax rate is 37%, corporate tax rate is 21%. There should be a way to bridge that gap, at least get that a little bit closer. So the way they did that, it's called 199A. So if you have qualified wages in your business, you can deduct up to 21% of your net income, taking that number from 37% down to like 28 and change. I don't have enough wages, so I just converted my business to a C corp for IRS purposes. So I'm flat 21%. There's just no way around it. Either that, or I'm paying $1 million in taxes this year, and I don't want to do that because I like the money in the bank. I like the flexibility. So the short answer is just given the current situation, if you have any sort of scale, you almost have to be a C corp to pay a flat 21% because you don't have enough wages to offset income. So anyway, I'll get off the boring shit.
That makes sense. I'm an S corp.
Well, you're an S corp, but
yeah,
if you made $1 million and you were an S corp, you would be paying at your marginal tax rate. So you'd be paying 37.4%.
Oh God.
Yes. If you converted to a C corp with the IRS for tax purposes, you'd only pay a flat 21% plus whatever your Virginia state tax is.
Okay, that's not bad. Yeah.
I mean, now if you wanted to take the cash out, you are going to pay long-term capital gains. It's going to be qualified dividend. But I digress. This is all nerd shit. So
fair enough.
Talk about the expected long-term performance expectations of Brown Dust 2. So for those of you who don't know, Brown Dust 2, it's an app and it's borderline MA/X rated, like giant titties with no coverage. So Weiss just made a set in Japanese. It's never going to make it to the US because it's not passable in the US. It's too edgy for the US, which is kind of hilarious, right? So I ordered it because I have a friend who they do only Weiss stuff. And he's like, hey, you want to buy this set? It's gonna be crazy. So about 40 cases, sold all 40 of them for sale. The boxes are going to end up being like $200 because there's just not going to be that much out there. Now they may reprint the first printing, but I don't know what they're going to do with it. So they have on-card autographs of the voice actresses. So I don't know how they're going to do that because they're serialized cards as well. So I think it's going to be a home run. I actually don't have any left, which kind of sucks, but just churn and burn and move on. And if our subs make a killing on the product, that's great. That's working as intended.
Hey, you can make a percentage off anything, I've learned these days.
Except for Dragon Shields.
Except for Dragon Shields.
Glasswall Warehouse. Let's see. Like I said, 30th allocation, it's about 30% higher than what Ascended was in most scenarios. Assuming steady state spend with distributors where I haven't been able to get spend up. Oh yeah. So I don't know if you guys have ever paid attention to, and I think he's actually in the chat too, to old Flesh and Blood YouTube, like when it was booming. There's a Riddler Man TV channel. So he's in Discord now. He's doing some like Silver Dragon bullshit, whatever. I don't really pay attention. But he was big in Flesh and Blood, and I think he turned sour on. I'm not really sure. But we were talking last night, and it's like every decision these dumb motherfuckers make, like they have the best game in the world with the dumbest fucking business people ever. And every decision they make is stupid. Every single one. And the game has started to burn to the ground finally because it's a hyper competitive game, but I kind of liken it to like an MMO, right? You know, you're in high school, college, playing an MMO, you play hardcore, eventually life happens, right? And you can't play anymore. But they have no way to attract new players. So the game is just going to fall off because all those hardcore players are going to go away. So, and they've already driven all the collectors, all the investors out. So the problem is the game is based, it's you have a hero and you play hero. But the way that these idiots set up the fucking gameplay is you have a point system. So if a hero gets to a certain number of points, meaning that they've won so many events, the hero gets banned. So all the equipment specific to that hero that's worth hundreds of dollars goes to zero. So all that old product that was worth money, it gets cut in half. So all of the older product it's basically a fraction of distro price at this point. There's like 2 or 3 sets that are higher than it, but the entire concept is just, it's flawed.
Every time something's worth, collecting, they just ban it.
Yeah, I mean they're just doing a reprint of Braveforge Bracers, I think it's called, which I think is from like Welcome to Wraith, which is like the first set. They keep reprinting and reprinting and reprinting. The card's like $20 and they're gonna fucking reprint it again. Like nobody's paying $80 for your shitty boxes if the best hit in there is like $15. Like they're so stupid. They're so stupid.
Do you think for them to make money, or they want it into the players' hands? We just love the players so much.
Yeah, but the players already have the cards, and now the players are getting pissed because their decks, they can't sell the cards to buy new cards because there's no value.
Yeah.
All right. So Pokey Trainer, I've talked to multiple people in Asmodee. Oh my god, I forget which one it is. Nordic, and they disagree with you. No, they did not increase for Destined. They increased in the past. They charge normal price for Destined, is what I'm trying to say. And they actually showed me the old price for previous like prismatic reprints and what Destined was.
I don't know what Asmodee is.
Asmodee is it's the main distributor in Europe.
Oh, okay.
They basically have a monopoly. They also make Star Wars Unlimited.
It's not popular, right?
Well, so they make it, which is why they can't distribute Magic and Pokemon in the US because they compete.
Okay.
So they don't have access to that. Oh my God. The second these guys get some traction and they do something good, then they do something completely fucking retarded. Like, don't make a collection. You just watch Star Wars burn to the ground because they made these stupid Carbonite boxes. And all of a sudden, Lorcana becomes the next hot thing. And then these idiots trip over their own dick saying, oh, yeah, we're going to make collector boxes. And everybody's like, oh, my God. Like, what are you doing? So Ravensburger, we should take Ravensburger and LSS and throw them on a fucking island. I mean, I guess Ravensburger's already, or LSS is already on an island. They're in New Zealand. And then just like cut off the internet so the world can never talk to these fucking idiots again.
So somebody like me doesn't know anything about collector boxes. Why is this bad or harmful to Lorcana?
Muddying the waters with multiple SKUs is never a good thing. The only reason companies do it is to increase their revenues. That's why Magic does it. Pokemon has smaller pieces because the EX boxes are made to sit on shelves and be advertisements in big box stores, right? Those big Sea and Sky boxes were made to be advertisements in big box stores. The booster boxes, booster bundles, and ETBs, they're all different ways to consume the same product. Those are made for LGSs where you can get the product. So the Pokemon items are functionally designed for a different audience in a different area. Magic just keeps creating random shit just to print as many collector packs as it can. So they've done gift bundles forever, which has a collector pack in. Now that all of a sudden they started these draft nights that have a collector pack and a bunch of play packs. It's a different way to launder more boxes of play and collector and try to keep the world from knowing how much product they're pushing out there. But with Reality Fracture, which is a set that's coming out in September, they're calling it a secret lair bundle. Now it has 2 collector packs in and it's more expensive. So it's repackaged standard collector and play boxes that they're just trying to confuse the market so the market doesn't know how much is out there.
Ooh, I was wondering.
So with a game like Lorcana, that was basically dying. All of a sudden, it's like the Undertaker sitting up out of its grave, right, or out of the coffin next to the ring. And then these guys are like, oh yeah, well, we're going to make a different product that everybody's going to want. Because when you hear collector box, everybody's going to buy that and not want the legacy product,
like the booster box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like having different items, it just doesn't make any sense. It's idiotic.
It's stupid because, well, I don't know if it's stupid or not because it's hard for me to say, but it sucks, I guess, because they just came out with Iconic, which is super rare for Lorcana, super rare, and it's like, yes, you're on top of the world, and they announced that. Nice.
Well, and I'm sure that the pull rate in the collector boxes for the Iconics is going to be better than what they are in the regular boxes. So
yeah. So chat, it's like, why would you even want it? You know?
Yeah. No, that's exactly the problem. And they can make it super rare the first time, but they're whores. They will continue to print more and more and more. And 2 sets from now, they're going to be in the same situation, which is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. You just keep doing what works. Like, just do nothing. Just keep doing what works, and then the world's your oyster. It's not that hard. Now, fortunately, Attack of the Vine comes out in a couple weeks. They did not have time to increase print run, so we don't have any issues there. The set after that, who knows? They could double the print run for all I know. I mean, these guys make puzzles for a living, not TCGs. So, and Europeans, when it comes to printing this stuff, again, not the most business savvy people in the world.
You hear that, Europeans?
That's right. And Canadians.
Going for everybody.
Every time I hear something from Rattle, I cringe. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's fucking Canadian again. Do you think Foundation's Commander starters will have any EV at all? So distro price on these. So those of you who don't know, there's one Commander deck coming out with Reality Fracture, which is the September set. But there's like a starter Commander display coming out. I think it's 5 decks, but distro price is like $75, so it's super cheap. So is there going to be? I think there's going to be some value in there. I don't think there's going to be a lot of it, but they don't make product to sit on shelves. I mean, they don't. Magic doesn't make bad products anymore. They make products that people don't understand, and then they catch up. But they don't make garbage products. They haven't made garbage products in a long time. And yes, I am accumulating every beginner box for Marvel known to man because I'm going to build a wall of them.
A throne or a wall, even bigger.
Okay. I mean, when you have a couple thousand of them, you can build a wall.
Have your kid do that. Here you go, Timmy.
People don't like beginner boxes. And there's a lot of value in the Marvel ones. The Avatar ones are up to $30. The Foundation ones are like $70. They age well, and as long as there's an adult that controls the supply, then we don't have the pop and pokes and the fucking pokey jailers and all the shit broke ass Timmy stores on TCG players smashing things, smashing the price. So. All right, let's. One more question. I got to go. The little one's banging on her crib. She's like, "Daddy."
Fair enough.
Will Pokemon see meaningful reprint volume this year? It depends on the set. We're definitely getting more Destin. I don't understand why we haven't gotten Destin ETBs through distro yet. I would say that's a stone cold lock to get here relatively soon because we've seen Destin drop ETBs drop at Walmart for 6 weeks now and Target. So they normally hit big box stores before they hit us.
We'll see it.
The 60 card theme decks. You're talking about the Lorwyn ones, Mason? They had decent EV though. I mean, you could at least break even selling singles last I checked. I haven't looked at them in a while. Interesting. Chaos Perfect Order. We're not going to get any reprints of that anytime soon. The one thing I do want to mention. So our friends at Devastation Game. I'm kidding. I fucking hate those guys. Pokemon just sent a notification to all the Latin American distributors saying that starting 2027, they are no longer sending English Pokemon product to Latin America.
Whoa.
Yeah. So the Brokey Hives of the world, and is it Double Infinity who's in Arizona? I forget, one of those big stores in Arizona. Devastation. All those guys that are big importers from Latin America are not going to be able to get Pokemon anymore. So for those of you who see all of the people that are breaking boxes 3 weeks ahead of time, they're getting them from Mexico. That's not going to happen anymore.
That'd be pretty big change.
Yeah. Devastation Game still owes me $40. They shorted me one item, and every time I email them, they're like, "Oh, I checked USPS, it was delivered." I'm like, "No, your packing slip said 55, not 56. I ordered 56." And like, "Oh, let me check with shipper." And I'm like, Jesus.
We're past that.
Am I speaking in clicks? Like, what is going on here? Yeah, it's and of course, TCG Player has their own issues with their RIs right now, where they're all hands on deck trying to figure out their IT systems, and nobody's managing support right now. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Is it $4 to singles for those decks? I hope that's per deck. So I didn't get scammed. It's just the people in the warehouse can't count to 61 or to 62. They can only count to 61. I don't know what school you stop counting 61, but that's fine. I'm sure it's somewhere in Chile.
Come from South America now.
That's where their headquarters is. Just go to the website. So, they finally put the email out about RI. That's good. What did they say? Computer issue? Tech issue?
Huh. Is that TCG, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so their direct program, I guess it was sending out emails to everybody saying that, you're in violation, you're getting kicked out of the program or something like that, which is funny because like everybody's like, wait, what did I do? And then everybody realized that everybody got the same thing. Maybe that's their polite way of just ending the direct program. No reason, just ship it as normal. They did a lot of in-depth research, Mason, just to get to that answer.
There's so many things I would like to see TCG do, like separate all the languages. It's so annoying.
So, yeah, 30th. Everybody's increasing price a couple bucks. It happens every set. They're rushing up. Just wait until we get win and waves coming. I guess it's going to be March, the first set of 2028 now, because next year is going to be all Mega up through Mega 10. Everybody's gonna raise price. We're not gonna see $100 boxes at distro anymore. It is what it is. I mean, there's plenty of money to be made there. I just look at it, give on to Caesar what's Caesar's, and you just smile and move on.
Just charge an extra $10.
Yeah. So we have Mega Evolution 7. So 6 is Rayquaza set, 7 is going to be the Lucario set in March, and then you have 8, which is May, June, 9, September, and 10 is November. So 10 is probably going to be the last Mega set, and then that March set for 2028 should be Wind and Waves 1, coming out with release of the new video game.
So what would be January then?
January what?
Like 27. Because I heard you say Rayquaza and then it was March. But like what in between?
Oh, so the specialty set is going to be 7.5. I think that's going to actually come out in March, and I think the 7 set is going to be February. I think they're going to transpose those like they did this year with the July with Pitch Black and 30th, just to make sure that they have enough print time for the specialty set. Just my guess.
Oh. Makes sense.
Just my guess. So, all right, I gotta go. I got 2 hungry kids. I'm hungry. So, hey, we got an hour and 15 minutes in. That's fine.
That was fun. Thank you, Anon.
Yeah.
Everybody say thank you, chat.
You too.
Thank you, dude.
All right. See you guys. Enjoy your Sunday.
Enjoy your Sunday.